Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for being here, and thank you for the super thanks. Today I'd like to do a spread on a meeting, a summit, they call it, as you know, about, you know what that's about. Harry wants an apology before the coronation. Will he be satisfied? Will he be satisfied with whatever it is goes between his ears? Will there be any satisfaction? 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 Well, we have here Ace of Swords. It's an Ace of Swords card, so and it's sideways, so it can go either way. Yeah, it can go either way, saying, nah, we're not liking this. This is, too many lies. It's a bad idea. Missed opportunity. Cutting out. Sorry. Nope, can't come. So basically, I think it's probably going to come down to Charles making a decision. I don't think, the fact it landed sideways, I'd say it's come to a middle of the road, maybe. An agreement to agree to disagree. Not saying anymore. Don't keep talking where the truth comes out. As long as you don't push back on our lies and try to squash what we said. Also with, okay, yeah, don't squash our lies. Let's not have any more breakthrough insights and don't talk anymore. Keep talking and having this law and order card where you're taking all these controlled actions. It's gonna, suing for protection, all of this. So like basically a truce. I'm feeling kind of a truce energy here. A truce might be enough. Hey, we can agree to disagree. There's been some negatives on our side, some negatives on your side, and let's just bury the hatchet, maybe. Let's get to the challenging position. Challenging position with the summit. Challenging position, loss of a loved one. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we do come to a truce. You'll never be a working royal. You won't be growing. You won't be rooting, seeding, and growing. It's not going to really, truly, nothing's really going to pay off. The challenging aspect is getting anything to pay off, and it is the loss of a loved one. They still lost Harry. Harry's still gone. Mentally, he's out on a picnic, and there's a lack of long-term visions for Harry. Not seeing any growth, not seeing any potential. Potential down. No potential for the couple, but let's maybe have a truce. So that could be yes. I'm saying with these two cards, definitely likely to show up. Yes. And that is the current energy flow right now. Then we have here, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position, feeling let down. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is basically, it's the baby card also, gestation baby card in reverse. It's kind of letting go of your child. You've loved them since before they were born, feeling let down. There is just no breakthrough, lost opportunity. It's just no more seeding and growing. Money in reverse, he's gonna, suffer. We can't be giving him gifts anymore. It's the gift of life, and it's kind of feeling like he's the bad seed in the family. That's how I feel. It's a bad seed card in this position. He is the bad seed of the family, and he's out. He's never going to grow and change. So let's just agree to disagree and have a truce. Past position that doesn't serve anymore. Past position. We have here, no one's going to be happy. 9 of Cups in reverse. Not what we were wishing for. Wish fulfillment in reverse. No joy, no satisfaction, no end in sight. They have to have an agreement, a truth, that they'll end it, because they don't want this no end in sight problems happening. It has been total dissatisfaction, no happiness. This has to come to an end. We cannot get this to continue. So that would be part of the truce. Hidden energy. Karmic relationship in reverse. He was always an unhappy child, unhappy childhood. He never liked being a royal. He was always difficult. He always felt like he wasn't loved. So Harry's always been broken. Harry's always been broken. He's always been the broken bad seed in the family who always felt displeasure. And he's never grown as a human being. Not likely to ever happen. I think this is kind of radical acceptance. I'm feeling this is radical acceptance, as they call it. Let's just accept the fact that Harry will always be like this. And let's just keep our guards up. Going into the future. Going into the future. Coronation. Going into the future. I'm only going to take the top card, and I'm going to go with the rest of them here. Justice in reverse. It's unbalanced, unfair, and they know it. It's not right. It never has been, never will be. Let's just radical acceptance. They'll never be balanced. It'll never be equal, give and take. Harry can't handle the hierarchy. Everything's always unfair to Harry. Always going to be unfair. Harry will always view everything unfair. Coming in, feelings in the situation with the Page of Wands upright. So basically here, take the adventure. Take the adventure, and this is someone who likes to go on adventures but can't seem to bear their own fruit. A lot of hypothetical ideas. So we're just going to agree to disagree. Truths. There's a lot of hypothetical ideas that were going around. Putting out news, putting out vibes, putting out ideas with passion, trying to succeed and be happy. So they might just be like, hey, we're going to put the good news out that we had this truce, knowing he's the bad seed and will never be happy. He was always a miserable child who never felt loved, always broken. Outside influences, he's the King of England. He's going to do what he needs to do. He's the ruler. He's the ruler. He's going to call the shots. That's how everyone's going to say, well, he is the ruler. Hopes and fears is getting the fear aspect. Repeated psychological pattern of failure. Harry will always be a disappointment. Not likely to ever be satisfied with the Five of Swords. Dishonorable, traitor, severing ties, swallow pride. So everyone's going to have to swallow their pride, go along with the truth. Lots of resentments. It's a no-win situation. No-win situation. Final outcome, it's going to be a huge burden on everybody's back having them come in. But through this burden, we're going to learn to carry this burden and gain strength. That's what happens when you've carried an emotional burden for a long time. You never get over it. You never get over it. You just learn how to carry it. So I think that with this is he's been such a disappointment his entire life behind closed doors. He's always been a burden, and they're getting used to carrying it. They're getting used to carrying that burden, and through that they have all gained some inner strength for themselves. No, thank God that they're not him. We're strong. He's always going to be weak. We're gaining strength regardless of whatever he does. So they might see it as with the Ten of Wands, it is a challenge, a huge challenge, the ending of a long journey, reaching full burnout, and keep going. It's a keep going card because we will get there. It's a burden. It's a burden, but you gain strength. But it's also taking on more than you can handle. Heavy responsibility. Heavy responsibility. Being king will always feel resentment. The resentment will always be there. And the burden of Harry will always be there. It's his son. He's always going to be a burden. King of Swords. Judge, jury, executioner. I call the shots. So he will call the shots. Thought leader. King of Swords, a solid intellectual mind, getting to the truth, giving sound advice, but not the shoulder to cry on. He's going to be very logical with them. He's not going to be emotional with them. Honesty, he's going to be very distant and cold, though. He's a burden. Harry will always be a burden. I'm just going to keep my distance. I'll be always honest with them. I will always give sound advice, but don't cry on my shoulder. You'll always be my burden to bear. And then we have here the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, knowing Harry's going to fall on his head. Harry is going to want to stop. It's going to come to a full stop eventually. And it's going to come out of the blue, being married to her. And the way his mind is, always emotionally always emotional, unstable. Never any harmony within the family. He was always the bad seed, always the disappointment. This here, not a huge surprise, but it was a challenge losing him. and no growth coming from him. He really has not changed and grown at all, and it's definitely not a wish fulfillment, but he's just going to be cold and distant, just like I got in my yesterday's spread about Camilla being a Queen of Swords. So the two of them, he's going to be the King of Swords and she's going to be the Queen of Swords. The two of them are going to be cold and distant, but they're always going to be truthful and give sound, logical advice if asked. But expecting Harry to come to a full stop. He will come to a full stop. It's just a waiting game. It's playing the long game. Playing the long game with both of them, actually, knowing eventually it will come to a full stop for Harry. Harry will fall on his head. Harry is just not too sharp, as we know. And he's not really capable of keep going and never stop and never give up. Harry's going to burn out. Harry's not a problem solver. That's the problem. Harry's not talented. That's the problem. Harry's not good at taking things and putting ideas into action. Harry's not the type of person to keep going and not give up. Harry gives up. Harry doesn't even have unrealized potential. He's going to hit a wall. He's going to hit a wall and he's going to want full stop. He's going to want full stop of the burdens too for Charles. So he does see Harry falling at some point in time. He's not going to win the race. He's going to lose the race. The workhorse is not going to want to work on his marriage anymore. He's not going to be able to keep doing what he's doing. He's going to crash and burn. It is almost like a chariot in reverse, like crashing and burning. That's kind of how the Knight of Pentacles is, but it's on a horse. Yes. That energy is going to tank. It's a pentacle, so home, family, and career in reverse. Harry's going to lose everything. He's going to lose Meghan. He's actually lost his family already because they're never going to fully trust him. His career will be in reverse. Everything will be in reverse. His physical body, his health, and his wealth will all come to full stop. And he's going to hit a total wall, and he's going to give up because he's also lazy. He's not a workhorse. Harry's never been a workhorse. He wants everything for free. Take care of me. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoy this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.